Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. So today we're going to talk about how to quit your job to be a stay-at-home mom, either early in your pregnancy, middle of your pregnancy, or before you have your baby, or when you come back from your 6-week maternity leave. There is no perfect time to quit to be the stay-at-home mom you know and desire to be from the get-go. So here are just some tips that I found to be helpful that I will be doing and using myself whenever the time comes to leave my position, my job as an engineer, to be a stay-at-home mom with my future baby to become. And that is completely a decision up to you and your spouse and no one else, no external. Don't let family or friends influence you, but make sure you're prepared in advance and have the appropriate financial means to do so and prepare for that, save up for many years and kind of make a budget and just know realistically what to expect and what you'll need to start cutting out once you do leave your job. And talk it over with your spouse, and hopefully they're supportive and believe and help and support whatever your decision is, whether to work, be a working mom, or a stay-at-home mom, because both are equally as important. Luckily, my husband, Cody, has been very supportive of me from the start, whether I wanted to work full-time and be a working mother, or part-time, do a little bit of both, or stay-at-home mom, while being an entrepreneur or starting a small business myself. So I'm kind of torn between the just stay-at-home mom and pursuing other avenues while staying at home also. But so first things first, when you go to your boss to hand in your letter of resignation, or preferably two-week notice, you may or may not have already told your boss that you're expecting, or you may or may not be showing. You might be able to hide it longer. I don't really know which is easier, to tell them you're expecting beforehand, a few weeks before, and then to turn in your 2 weeks, or to just not say anything and turn it in. But all I know is be clear and concise. Do not add emotion to it, because they obviously are not wanting to lose a very valuable employee that they obviously need. As in my case, that's what I'll be doing. If you're watching this video, I already will have been doing, been done. And in my job, when I leave, it will be very, no one's irreplaceable, but it'll be really hard to fill those shoes just from the amount of work and responsibilities I have to train someone new, for them to learn the ropes and just continue on smoothly. So when you bring it up, pick a good time, either at the end of the day, beginning of the morning, and make sure your boss is, it's a good day, because you don't want to catch anyone on a bad day, because this is not good news for them. And just sit down and just say, hey, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here at blank company, and I've grown, and I have evolved as a person, and just, it's been a wonderful experience, and this has been extremely helpful for my career development and for my future, and to know what I want for myself in my life, and say it's time for some change. This is my 2 weeks resignation. My husband, you can say whatever your reason is. We're leaving my job for my husband's position, whether that being he got a raise financially, you both don't need to work, or you say like you're moving, which can be true. A lot of times when one spouse takes their job away, it leaves the other one the opportunity and flexibility to move wherever they wish for their career. I'm sorry about that, guys. They started mowing next door. I waited all day for a time for it to be quiet, and now they just started again. Anyway. Or you can just say point blank, I'm pregnant, or I would like to be a stay-at-home mom. This is how, and I'd like to leave my career to be that, and to prepare for that. And you're gonna hear, pushback from everyone. Oh, or worries from yourself. You're not pregnant enough. The baby's not here. What are you staying home for? Or hey, have you even given it a try to work while having a child? And for some people that are very sure of what they want to do, I for a fact did not. I know I will not be at work when I've got my 6-week-old baby at home being taken care of by someone else. I refuse to miss any moment of my first, second, or third, or any child I could ever have of their lives to be working. And I know so many people have to do that, and I'm very thankful for the luxury of not being forced to have to do that and have the opportunity and the means to stay home with my babies. But I know for myself I refuse to miss any moments for my children, and I just want to be there and be a mom. That's what I've wanted to do ever since I left high school and started going to college for my career as an engineer, and of course by working for the 5 years I have, or about to be having. And I've been planning for the pregnancies, planning for the baby, and honestly, who cares if you want to stay home with your baby or stay home during your pregnancy, be a stay-at-home dog mom with a baby bun in the oven, and just kind of be a homemaker, take care of the house, clean, cook, grocery shop, errands, the whole 9 yards. Great, go for it. That's fantastic. Find ways to save money, and use that time while you're pregnant to do your pregnancy workouts. Do something like this, platform. Share your pregnancy updates. Start a blog. Read a book. Write a book. Visit family members. Do whatever you've been needing to do for that time before your baby gets there, when life gets a little more hectic and you're more anchored to home. So don't feel like you always just have to even explain all of that. Know for yourself, know your reason, be clear, concise to your boss. Say, I would like to be a stay-at-home wife. And whether you want to say because of the pregnancy, if you've told them, or you don't want to tell them, say just that. Don't feel and stop talking. After that, don't feel the need to over-explain, to keep going, even if there's silence. Let your boss fill in the words. And yes, he might be upset. He or she, sorry. I just have a male boss, so I'm not being sexist. But, so just be prepared that they might be upset because they're losing someone valuable, and don't forget to offer like, hey, I will work above and beyond these next 2 weeks to prepare for your new person coming in, or train whoever else needs to be trained in this time. Offer to help interview and search for that replacement person for your job, and just have a solution. So be clear, concise to your point. Start with, there's 3 points here. Start with, I've had a great experience here. I've enjoyed every minute working for you. This has grown me as a person, even if it hasn't. It's just, you have to say that. Second, be clear, concise. Here's my 2-week resignation. I'm going to be a stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home mom. Yes, even if I'm not pregnant enough, I have other goals and husband's career dreams I'm going to be supporting in these next 7, 8, 9 or less months. And then don't over-explain. Stop talking. Wait, hear what he has to say. And then offer, don't worry, I will work over beyond these next 2 weeks to find my replacement. And that other thing is, after the aftermath, don't feel guilty. This is your decision. As emotional as it seems, it's not. It's business. That's all it is. It's just, and this is even hard to make this video because it's so taboo. This doesn't happen. A lot of people take off for various reasons, quit their job to travel the world, go back to school, they're moving, want to be closer to their family, taking off for a family member, hey, so-and-so has cancer, they need me. Whatever the reason being, people take off for various reasons. So don't feel guilty, even if you don't feel good enough, pregnant enough. There's a good enough reason. What if you just want to sit there and be a vegetable for 9 months until your baby comes? Whatever you want to do, there's no need to feel guilty or that you have to explain yourself to your employer or your family or friends. You don't owe them anything. You've done your job. No one's telling you when you got hired at your position that you have to stay X amount of years. It's better to be there 1 or 2 years to look good on a resume that you're not just job hopping. But you don't owe your company anything. You didn't sign on for life. You did your job and you did it well. So let that be it. And also be sure to leave on good terms. Even if it's a position that you didn't enjoy, they weren't kind to you, or even if your boss responds in a negative manner, do not get upset or heated or angry. You're the one leaving. Like, there's no need to get upset. In 2 weeks, you're done and gone with this situation. Whether it's a good outcome or bad, hopefully you have a good enough relationship with your profession and your superior that it goes well and he or she understands and is actually excited for you. But in my case, my workplace, I don't feel personally that is safe during pregnancy. And I refuse to put my health in jeopardy again and have a really bad miscarriage like I did earlier this year, or this year, which is 2020. When you're watching this, it's not. But you know, I refuse to go through that and have to go through DNC surgery again and just have the what ifs in my mind. And you know, Lord forbid it still be COVID in 2 years when this is published, or 1 year. Oh goodness, but probably. Even if your reason for quitting is, I don't want another miscarriage. That's a interesting thing to say, because what if your boss or company says, well, we follow the OSHA regulations, there's no way we caused this and that, and they would never say anyway because they're afraid of, you know, legal action. So that may not be a good point. But if you want to add that as part of your, you know, your boss is angry, he or she is like, why are you leaving? Hey, I will not risk the life of my unborn baby for a job. At what cost is your job to you? You know, you just have to ask yourself that. And before you go in for this talk with your boss, give yourself a pep talk beforehand, and just know in 2 weeks you'll be in the promised land. You'll have your dream life, everything in front of you. You'll be a mom or just stay-at-home wife. So that's really exciting, and you get to take care of your dogs. Yeah, and like I said, don't feel guilty about not being pregnant enough, not being far enough along, and being only a few weeks because you're fearing the health and safety of you and your baby, or you just don't want to work, and that's totally fine. And expect the aftermath of that, you know, whether you want to tell your family immediately or not, they won't know, and they can't know until you tell them, and be prepared for that, because that's a whole nother beast. Just say the facts of, like, almost like you did to your boss. This is strictly business, does not involve you. This is my personal decision with my husband. This is what's best for me. So just prepare and expect for that. And whenever those 2 weeks go by and everything is said and done, enjoy mama. You deserve it. See ya.